Bloembergen, from the founder and CEO of GreenMark Bio.
Well, I feel a lot better saying this after Christian Coatsman's wonderful lecture here today, but not many people enjoy going for the dental checkups. And that's because additional treatments can be uncomfortable, and it has to be said. But fortunately, preventive products can make dental checkups. Okay, good, thank you. Preventive product can make dental checkups a much more positive experience. And I'm going to show you that clinics can actually increase revenue doing the right thing. Now we're addressing two major pain points. When found late, traditional treatments result and invasive treatments start this tooth death spiral. This is part of the issue here, the challenge, is all dentists know that by the time you see the tiny shadow on x-ray, things are already more advanced. This tooth was extracted, cut in half, and the decay state, revealing that the tiny shadows correspond to deep decay. So the conclusion really is the earlier we can treat it non-invasively, the better. Now, second pain point is that dental hypersensitivity is caused in some cases by recession and exposed dental tubules. And long-term relief actually comes from blocking these tubules. Now, whitening can also lead to severe sensitivity, those awful zinging sensations we get. But that's a very different mechanism. That's caused by peroxide going through pores in enamel. So current products are not effective. Now, global costs are enormous. And interesting fact is that most Americans do not see the dentist. 100 to 200 million, so that's a huge opportunity for growth. We have a unique new nanoparticle technology platform, small particles that go exactly where needed. So we load them with the enamel mineral components and we target them into the subsurface of teeth. And that's what's unique about our technology. So our first product is a fluoride-free product that came out last May, and we obtained and secured FDA clearance for our Crystal Care Pro, which is a low-dose, more fluoride-efficient product. We also have fluorescent particles that are targeted into the subsurface of the caries lesion and illuminate that way before you see it on x-rays. Now this next slide is going to show you a tooth cross-section of an early caries lesion. Now we proved with the University of Michigan that the subsurface is negatively charged. And because fluoride is also negatively charged, it's actually repelled from the subsurface, and therefore it only treats the extreme upper surface layer without restoring the dominant subsurface lesion. So the lesions continue to be at risk for progression and further cavitation down the road. What's very different about our technology is that we have a particle that's positively charged. It's attracted into the subsurface where it then releases the mineral components, the ions, to fill the subsurface and restore it in a much more complete way. And the way we proved this, we used micro CT at Pittsburgh, and we showed that the subsurface is largely remineralized. So the blue bars here, if you're not familiar with micro CT, it's like a CT scan for teeth. The blue bars here are the healthy portion of the teeth, and you can see the three bars on the left are at different depths of the lesion. And so you can see that the restoration is substantially into the subsurface of teeth. And overall, on the average of 50 teeth, we saw an increase from 86% up to 96% mineral. So that's exciting. And of course, teeth are not 100% mineral, there's at least 3% protein. We published this and additional evidence recently in Jade in December. Now, dental sensitivity products have shortcomings. They really do not last very long, they're not very effective. And what you can see here in the SEM is that we are filling the entire surface of the dentin, and also the cross-section top right, you see particles, hydroxyapatite, filling the entire dentinal tubules, as compared to the negative control at the bottom, which is water, which shows it's completely open. So our particles are embedded in dissolvable dental strips. It's rather unique. They're super easy to apply directly onto your teeth, to which they instantly adhere. And they are priced very fairly to get widespread adoption. And one strip is applied in the office, and then you can sell the package of 14 doses to the patient. Now watch this video after you scan the QR code. This lady had 13 years of severe sensitivity and completely gone after one dose, so she was very happy with that. Now the product is available right now through Dentulu, and they launched last year, May, and sales have increased each month since. And they also brought us Great Oral Health, who placed also a 100,000 dose order with their co-branding. The idea is that when our customer is happy that their product fits well into their product portfolio, that also then gives us our own branding exposure. So our products are really increasing clinic revenue with a minimum 100% markup within existing reimbursement codes. And as you know, patients have become increasingly concerned with the whole fluoride issue. When it comes to young children, I think it behooves us to be extra careful until we see the complete clinical trials. We provide those products for you, both fluoride deficient form and low dose fluoride. So projections of clinics using Crystal Care product are well over $100,000 in additional revenue at just 30% of the patients. So I think that's very exciting.
How much longer do you have?
Just a couple of slides. So financial projections are here. So we have already fulfilled 14,000 units, and our projections are 7,000 per month by the end of the year. And after 3 quarters of successive sales growth, we plan to take GreenMark public on the TSX Ventures. So to date, 5.2 million has been invested, plus 3.4 million from government grants. And we're raising currently a 4 million Series A, and as an incentive, we have a safe instrument for the first 500K that gives a 25% lift on your money. So if you invest now, you will be able to have the benefit of long-term capital gains tax treatment and the certainty of an exit that's soon to be happening. Use of funds includes $500,000 to go out on the TSXV, plus clinical studies, additional scale, etc. So last slide, we are pioneering fluoride-free and low-dose fluoride-efficient products that treat the subsurface of teeth. Very different from anything else that's out there. There's one other technology that's doing this also. We're super excited about seeing this change in the industry. So in this way, we're really hoping that you will join us on our journey as we empower modern dentistry. Thank you for listening.
Thank you. This time, Mark.
Thanks, Stephen. Well done. By way of introduction, I'm going to guess you're the only 2 people born in the Netherlands in this room.
That's correct.
So I'll give you a softball question. How about that? It seems to me that this is a product that screams to go direct to the consumer. So could you expand a little bit more on your distribution strategy?
Yes. So we pitched this to many companies, and every dental company, global dental company, wanted to have exclusivity in their branding. And my last venture went public, and that's because our investor had no special rights. So the first visionary company that allowed us to do a non-exclusive deal is Dentulu, and their CEO is here at this meeting. Raj, we're super grateful to. He really wanted us to succeed, so he also then introduced us to Great Oral Health. And both Dentulu and Great Oral Health sell on Amazon, and they sell to dentists, as well as we have a Shopify page where we do direct to consumer marketing. With the idea that as the patients ask for it, dentists will hopefully more quickly adopt us.
Okay, thank you, man.
Travis?
Can you talk a little bit about the competitive market? Is there anybody else in this space?
Yes, absolutely. 7 minutes was so tight, I needed my notes to try and stay on time.
By the way, great presentation. I've seen this come along over the last couple of years, and it's great to see you here, and great presentation.
Thank you. In terms of competition, we view that in the past, most products are casually described as tiny little insoluble rocks. So we're rubbing these minerals on our teeth. It does clean the surface. And we're talking about remineralization, like for example, hydroxyapatite nanoparticles. They're not nanoparticles. They agglomerate like crazy, and they can be negatively charged. So they're going to be like fluoride, repelled from the surface. The one thing that is very new is Vivartis technology. We know the original inventor very well, Glycic is the CEO of Credentis. They were acquired by Vivartis. They have a very interesting technology because it's a peptide-based, which also tries to really build a scaffold in the subsurface to remineralize the subsurface, is what we're doing. So in fact, those two technologies could be very complementary, and we welcome them in this space because there's so few of us rowing in this direction right now.
I have a lot of other questions, but I'll pass it down.
Great to see innovation coming to the preventative and to issues that patients really are concerned with, like sensitivity and caries, which nobody's been able to solve. So seeing solutions that appear to be very green and very thoughtful is a great thing for dentistry and for patients especially. Question for you. If you really believe in this technology and the impact it can have on patients' overall health, not just oral health, is there an opportunity to license the particles, not the products, but the particles to other partners so that this can become something any consumer in any country in the world can have access to because it's so powerful what it can do?
Well, thank you for those comments, and the short answer is yes. We will entertain any opportunity. My last company was a cat with 9 lives that went through 9/11 running on fumes, and then ultimately was the largest IPO in Canada. So it's now all over the world, selling the same stars nanoparticles for high volume packaging. So the advantage we have is low cost. We have a lot of room for sharing revenue. So with Dentulu, we have a very fair deal where we're finding ways that both parties make money on this. And we want to keep it affordable. So the beauty is that even though it's $39.99 for a patient, it's only $15.99 for the dentist for 14 doses. So that dentist can choose to charge $125 per tooth for the new D2991 hydroxyapatite regeneration code. Or they can choose to just give it for free for the underserved, the lower socioeconomic people. And so it gives the dentist a lot of leverage to make good money, but also do the right thing with the people who need it probably most.
So last question. Can the dental practice use existing CDC codes to file insurance on this?
Can you say it again?
Can the practice use existing codes
Yes.
for
Yeah,
insurance coverage?
I have, of course, a slide on this, but there are at least 5 codes, 2 traditional ones for sensitivity treatment, 9910, 9911, and then there's the 1254, 55, which are for caries remin, caries prevention, etc., caries treatment. And then there's the real hydroxyapatite regeneration, just became effective last year, that's anywhere from, I think, 55 to 125 per tooth, so that's a really substantial code. It's still slowly being accepted, it's available in some states, not every one of them, but we think it's the future, it's gonna happen, and it'll be good codes for patients who have reimbursement to benefit from that.
Excellent, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much.